Is there?
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure the taxes are better in Atlanta than here, right?
Oh, way better.
Oh yeah,
You can actually afford to live in Atlanta. Here we can't.
It's
Like the
no
price
wait.
of
Actually,
this
I don't
house-
want to say no. We're full in Atlanta. Don't nope.
No, but the price of this house, like if we were to move to Atlanta, we could have like
Mansion.
a really beautiful house, like the dream, like white picket fence with like the long driveway, and like you guys
Yes.
saw, like I don't know where all of you even parked that are here. Like there's not even parking for anybody, and it's like I pay a lot to live here, and it's like it's just crazy that like it's so different in certain states, and I totally feel you though, like.
What's the trade-off
As far as taxes go, I feel you.
Yeah, because shit, they running up taxes out there too, though. So
Oh, really?
they're catching on.
It's coming for all of us.
They're coming for all our pockets. But like, what do you feel like the trade-off is? Like in New York, you know how it's like you get an apartment this big for like $3,000, but it's like everything's right there. You just catch the subway or whatever.
That's true.
But like, what's the trade-off out here? Like,
There is, I mean, obviously there's a lot of business here. There's like, that's where everything's going on, like just the events we go to network, like we'll get invited to some like makeup event or whatever. And then next thing you know, I'm meeting somebody and they're like, oh, we want to like give you like a little endorsement thing or whatever.
Yes.
All these events and very LA type things where you can network. Like I do think that it brings more connections and eventually like more money into your life. So yeah, we spend a lot to live here, but like, it's very easy to dot connect here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and also when you're in a more creative industry, it's just tends to revolve around LA, New York, some Atlanta now for music. But that's just kind of how it goes. And for her, she had to be filming all year round here, so it's not like she could move somewhere else.
Yeah.
For me, I model all around the United States, but I'd probably still say like a good 50% of my work at least is here.
Right.
So it wouldn't make sense to fly in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a network capital. I think I'm just realizing this now. Like it's really the network capital.
It is.
It's crazy.
It was better before the pandemic too, but then I think like
Things have changed.
the pandemic and then all the TikTokers in LA like kind of ruined
TikTokers.
it.
Yeah, that's how I feel when we go to the
So
club.
how did the TikTokers ruin like the networking?
So everybody says they just like kind of like ruin the vibe. I like no disrespect. I'm friends with a lot of like cool TikTok people, like, but
I know it's a good point though. No one's ever actually given me a solid reason. They're just like, screw the TikTokers.
they overhyped things, and like too many people came here, and then it was like then it became this thing where like TikTokers like thought they were like really big celebrities, and then it's like no, you're almost like bringing down the value of like real celebrities. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh
like
yeah.
like in a weird way.
Yeah, it's kind of like DJing. Like if I'm a rapper that DJs. Like if I take too low paying gigs, I'll fuck it up for other DJs because then they'll be like, "Oh, I got B.O.B for cheap," and now it's like, "So why would I pay you? What you know what I mean?" So it's like you really got to be economical with the social media influence. Like you gotta think about the bigger picture, I guess. But like it's still so new. Like it's still like like with. Like basketball, it's like how many rings you got. NASCAR, how many trophies you got. But it's like with social media influence, it's like you can fake the numbers. So it's like, what's the real meter or the gauge, or just like the authenticity of like, Sorry, I'm just really hypnotized. I gotta stop looking at this screen.
He keeps looking at the screen.
Go,
and
turn the TV
What
on.
was I talking about? No, wait. I wanted to ask you though. So I've always wanted to like dabble with DJing a little bit. My dad was a DJ. That's like one of my influences growing up, and my dad was a DJ. Like I used to go to work with my dad. I would watch him like sweat to like hurry up and change vinyl records. Like he wasn't just like. Like we got it a little bit easier now with our technology. And so watching my dad do it, I've been like, I could do that. I know I could. But I love performing. Like, what do you genuinely like more? Like, do you like that feeling of performing your own music more? Or do you like the feeling of like just playing such good music that you get the crowd going? Like, what do you think feels better, honestly?
Man, like I feel like what feels the best, honestly, even if it's like a DJ or with a live band, I feel like the more the crowd knows the song, the better. It's like if it's only like half the crowd knows it, it's like it's cool
Yeah.
in that area. But like the more people that know the song, the better. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, the music may feel really good. Like it's certain songs that like I'll make and I'll be like, yeah, man, this is gonna kill on tour. And it'd be like the least favorite. It'd be crickets.
So you think when you're DJing that like you're playing more music that just like everybody you know is gonna like, or?
I feel like it's a little bit of. Man, that's a great question. Cause like as an artist, I think this one way, but as a DJ, I think the other way.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like you have to know what people think, but you have to not care what people think. So it's like, okay, you have to use what people know, but then like switching on like hit a crazy drop or something, you know what I mean? And like take it somewhere where it's like, dang, it's the mix I didn't know I needed, but I need it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, your song, it's called Shooting Stars, right? Was that that's the one?
Oh, that was my jam.
Which one? Talking about Don't Let Me Fall?
Or no, I could use a wish right
Oh
now.
yeah, Airplanes.
Airplanes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, so I mean that's a song.
So many songs about shooting stars. It's crazy.
Right. Well, that's oh, that's funny. So that's a song where like, you know, everyone knows that song. What's that feeling of when you're like performing that song and it's like a whole crowd just singing it with you?
I think the thing that now that's the most like surreal. I don't know, like it still feels surreal because of how much time has passed from the time of its release to now, and it's like they sing it like it just came out still.
Because it's a song like that.
Wow.
You know what's so funny? I remember when that song came out, like literally trying to explain like to people at the record label stuff. Like, I'm like, that's the type of song I should be doing. Like I could be singing the hook like Haley and rapping the verses like B.O.B. Like what do you not get? I was like, that's the type of song I should be doing. Like, and hello.
Like, I used to always tell Atlantic like, yo, I want to do a song with Paramore. I want to do a song with Paramore. I want to do a song with Paramore. And it kind of happened, I guess, in a way.
But this is what
I love Haley Williams. She's amazing. Like she sounds like literally hearing her sing live. It sounds like the record fucking album is playing. It sounds like somebody just put the radio on stage.
Yes.
No, but this is what I was asking you before about how you move differently. I feel like a lot of rappers or hip hop artists, it wouldn't even occur to them to be like, I want to collab with Paramore. You know, like
that was really ahead thinking back then.
Yeah. So like what inspired you to want to do some of these things?
Shrooms, probably. lots of shrooms.
Do you feel like you've just always been a little different in the way that you think?
Yeah, and I think I had to realize that, and it took a lot of, cause I'm like, who wouldn't want to do? You know, I'm like bumping like White Stripes, Led Zeppelin, Korn, Deftone. I mean, just all the.
I grew up listening to all of that shit.
I love Korn.
No, I really did. My mom's actually good friend who is like a big music video director. Did that video for Deftones, the one where there's like the sharks and stuff.
Right.
So the that big song. My mom's friend did that music video. That's so funny.
Ill, man.
Yeah, but that's
so dope.
That's really dope that you like are influenced also by like rock and all that.
Right, and I think eventually, you know, I got high enough and I was like, you know what? I think I could play guitar too on stage. Like I grew up playing instruments and, you know, shit like that, but not like guitar. Like I wasn't ever like in a band. And so, you know, I was like, well, you know, I want to make this type of music. You know, and then Gnarls Barkley, and after, you know, being from Atlanta, you see, you know, CeeLo and Andre go straight alternative.
Yeah.
You like, hey, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I used to go see rock bands perform, and I was like, man, like I really want to do this. Like this is like fun, and I always wanted my audience to be diverse. I always wanted to have like a very, I don't know, I'm like a everybody have fun type of.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's how my shows are. Sometimes it's like, and that's from being on TV. It's like a very broad fan base when you're on a show like Ridiculousness. Right. So when I started doing music and gigs, like the funniest thing, sometimes I'll do a gig at this like random like little place I've done. You know, I take what I can, and it's like these like white cowboy looking people on the right, and then like all my black fans on the left. and then like some like little teenage type looking girls. I'm like, are you old enough to be here in the middle? And I'm like, yo, everybody like come
mix
together,
it up, like
come together.
Yeah, like,
and I've had a few shows where I'm literally like, yo, everybody come together, and like I love that. I'm like, I know that like in a weird way, this is like, I feel like, you know, like what God put people like us here to do, like to bring people together through music.